YouTube viewers. Today we got some exciting news. Con Bravo's in town. It's in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada at the Convention Center. So we're going to be going to that. We're going to check out a couple of the different vendors. There's a bunch of panels going on. I was taking a look online of what's actually available. There's going to be some video games available to buy. You know, a lot of those guys do trade. So yeah, we're going to go take a look at it, and later on I'll show you guys what I picked up. Stay tuned.
Walk on water while I breathe. Oh no, breathing underwater while I walk on cloud, but I just
Look at that. Good job, buddy.
I don't know where they went though. You guys want like drinks or what? Bean. You want drinks?
And Nightmare Moon are 30 each, 2 for 50. But they're just as amazing. Decisions are hard. See, you just collect people's cards.
so if I need to make a decision later.
Yeah, you're not making it.
Sorry. My face.
Use them as a paperweight.
What's up, my YouTube viewers? I hope you enjoyed a little bit of the preview of what was happening there at Con Bravo. Con Bravo was a 3-day event here in my hometown, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. The event ran Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It was actually, to sum it up in one word, it was great. It was very satisfying. The first day, the Friday, I went in there at about noon, picked up my pass, and from that point on, I was able to enter the building after 5 p.m. So my goal was on the Friday, I was going to go in there, hit up the games first, don't worry about any of the YouTube celebs, or any of the anime, or any of the programs that they had scheduled for the 3 days. So they had one big room, and the big room was all the video games. So my goal Friday was to get in there as fast as I could, pull as much NES to try to finish my set, and I'm really close. So I did pull a few of those. But before I show you what I picked up, I want to talk a little bit about the Con Bravo. Okay, so Friday, There were a few panels. I didn't end up going to all of them. I bought a weekend pass and it cost me $50 Canadian, or you could have paid just for the one day and it would have cost you $25. So I figured the best value, I wanted to go to Saturday too, so it would have cost me $50 regardless. So I bought the weekend pass for $50. So Friday I went there at about 4:30 in the afternoon. The lineup was amazing. You guys can see the lineup earlier in the video if you guys rewind. And that lineup was for the big, huge room. That was where all the vendors were set up. So there was tons of stuff. There was, you know, push dolls. There was anime people drawing. There was, you know, teddy bears and little Mario figures. And there was gaming. Matt and his guys from Super 1-Up Games, they were there. They had a huge booth set up. Tons of gaming. They looked very busy the whole time. They actually had Super 1-Up here in Hamilton, Ontario. They actually were running the arcade upstairs, and that was amazing. I don't know how the hell they brought everything there, and that must have been very hard work for them, but kudos to you guys. You guys did a great job. Everyone was entertained, and that room was packed, so good job, Super 1-Up. So the Friday when I went there, let's get back on topic. I did a lap around. There was only 2 or 3 vendors there with video games. Okay, it was really mixed. It wasn't like it was a video game convention where all that was video games. No, it was very mixed. It was all over the place. There was a lot of Nintendo, Sega memorabilia, just tons of stuff. So yeah, that was the Friday. I went there. I did some pickups there Friday. Okay, and then I left after that. I stayed there for about 3 hours walking around. The Saturday, I was looking at the sheet because they give you a sheet that tells you, you know, between 1 and 2 you can go see this panel, between this and that you can see another panel. The only reason really why I wanted to go there was to see Pat the NES Punk's panel. He talked about, you know, what he's going to be doing in the future. He showed us a couple of videos of later to be released later on this week of Flea Market Madness and another review. I'm pretty sure it was a review, and he had a question and answer thing. So a lot of good questions. You know, they asked him. They said, some guy said, "Who's Frank?" You know, and he's like, "I'll never tell you guys who Frank is." And everyone's like, "Well, Frank's your dad." No, he's not your dad. He goes, "How is he my dad if I'm calling him Frank?" Which, whatever, that's the deal. But Pat put on a really good show. He looked kind of exhausted. You know, it's a busy time. A lot of people coming up to the YouTube celeb. The Game Chasers were there. They were there signing autographs as well. I did see Pro Jarrett, and I seen him for a bit, and I tried to talk to him, but he walked by. Maybe he didn't hear me. But as I was there buying games on the Friday, I heard this voice, and I'm like, holy shit, that sounds familiar. So I turned behind me, and who is it? Alpha Omega Sin, just standing there chilling. He's actually, I think, with 8-Bit Eric there. So I turned to Alpha Omega Sin, and I looked at him, like, oh, hey, how you doing? And they were very friendly. All the YouTube celebs were very friendly. I talked to him for a good 15-20 minutes. He was telling me how I went to go see Mike McKay's house, and he looked at all the games there, and he did a review on everything he had there, and that was cool. So I got to meet him as well. Like I said, the Game Chasers were there. There was a bunch of YouTube celebs. Okay. So that was the Saturday we went to go see. I went to go see his panel, and that was fun. That was really good. So I'm going to show you guys the pickups now. I went there for just one thing and one thing only. Now there wasn't much selection of vendors to buy video games from, but there was one vendor there. He was from Quebec, and he had a few guys there. He had about 4 or 5 tables, and he had great stuff. So I'm looking through it, and I'm seeing, you know, 5-6 boxes of NES games stacked, and I'm like, holy shit, like, this doesn't happen. So I'm freaking out. So this is first thing Friday, so there's other people trying to get in there too, and I'm just grabbing everything I know I need and holding it on a big pile, and then once I got those in a big pile, then I can distinguish what I'm going to buy and what I'm not. A lot of his stickers were pretty worn, and my collection, I'm very picky on what kind of games I do buy. So I did turn a few down, like Motor City Patrol he had there for the NES, and the label was terrible. I mean, I think he wanted quite a bit of money. Now, he was charging eBay prices, but you know what? Everybody is nowadays, so you can't really put the guy down. But I did pull a bunch of great NES titles off him. So, I'm going to show you what I picked up. First thing I picked up, not from him, I picked up a few of these stickers. You know, they're great for cars and giveaways to your friends and stuff like that. So, alright, the first NES game I picked up was Desert Commander. Now, I don't have this game. It's like a $3 game, but it's something I need to add to my collection, so that was the first one. Another inexpensive but uncommon game is the Round Ball 2-on-2 Challenge. Now apparently this is a four score game, so this is a 4-player game. So I did try it out for a little bit. It was not really my taste, but the sticker was in nice shape and the price was good. So, lastly, the last wrestling game. Sorry, not lastly. The last wrestling game I need for my collection. This is WCW World Championship Wrestling. So this is the last one I need for all the wrestling games. And the sticker is great. I think I paid $8 for this Canadian. So that's good. Here's an unlicensed cart, American Video Entertainment, Ultimate League Soccer. And you can see the sticker, you know, I put a little bit of glue on that. Should go back to normal. I needed that one too. Here's another one, a little bit uncommon. This is a little bit tougher to find, and I think he was asking $20 for this one. This is Mission Impossible 2. Now this is an unlicensed cart. I don't really know the background behind it, but I do know that I need it and that it was there. The sticker feels really papery, like almost homemade. So that's another one that I picked up there. Another uncommon. They're all uncommon games. Like if I haven't had them by now. Another one is Ninja Kid. This was priced great. I think I paid $10 for it, but wait, hold on. Yes, sir. It's the 5-screw. So I did really good on that. Sticker's not bad. Maybe an 8 out of 10. A little bit there, but that's fine. Then we have, this sticker's in rough shape. It's not terrible, the spine of it's good. This is Destiny of an Empire. So you can see that it has this thing going on here, which it's, you know, the game works and everything, and I'm pretty sure I can clean that up a bit, but the spine looks really good. So when I line them up like this, it won't look too bad. And that's one that I needed. He wanted $50 for this. It's got that on the back. I'll just trade it for a Super Mario Duck Hunt or something with a battery backup with the same kind of sticker. Swap those guys out real quick. Now we're getting into a little bit better stuff. He had a case, so that was all the stuff that he had out of those 6 boxes that I needed. I asked him, do you have any rare NES games, any NES titles? And he said, yeah bro, I have it in the side over here. So I looked and he had a cabinet locked up and he had a couple rare games in there. And one of them was one that I needed. There was a couple that I needed, and one of them was Farrah. So this is an RPG, and from what I hear, this actually isn't a bad RPG at all. So I can't wait to rip into that once I get some time. Okay, it's in very nice shape. One little nick in the corner, but if I'm not mistaken, he wanted $70 for this, but I ended up paying him $60, and that's a good price, Canadian. So it's in very nice shape. So the last NES game that I did pick up, I've been looking for this game for about 1.5 years. I found it at a swap meet, and there was another guy in line, and he just bought it right before me, and he paid $140 for this game. Now ever since then I've been going crazy looking for it, and I almost was really tempted to press buy it now on the eBay auctions and the buy it nows on eBay, and good thing I held up. Now he wanted a lot of money for this game. He wanted $250 Canadian, and I'm not going to pay that. So, me being the type of guy I am, knowing that I'm going to a convention where there might be some rare video games, I brought a lot of trades with me, a lot of stuff that, you know, I thought from garage sales that didn't cost me too much but are valuable. So, I ended up trading him Majora's Mask holographic sticker, two Pokemon games for the 3DS, one was sealed, and 2 copies of Spyro the Dragon for Game Boy Advance. It was the ice one. sealed that I got them really good, plus $100. But you know what? I can now say that I own Chippendale Rescue Rangers 2. So I've been looking for this game for a while now, and actually this is in pretty immaculate condition. Like, the sticker is absolutely mint. So, like, I did really good on this with the trades. I was lucky that he was able to say yes to my trades. So now I'm pretty sure that my Capcom collection for the NES is complete now. I might have one or two, but I think that was the last one there. So that was a huge pull into my collection. Okay. So when I was there Friday, I was talking to Pat the NES Punk after I bought these games, because games were my priority. And, you know, I felt a little, I don't know, embarrassed. You know, he's around my age, but I wanted him to sign a couple things for me, and I wanted to take a picture for him. So he had a little panel, a little booth there, sorry, and he was selling his volume 1, 2, 3, and 4, everything up he posted on eBay, right? So he had the DVD collection, so he was asking $28 Canadian for it. So I did, because I did get a picture with him and he signed some stuff for me, I bought two separate copies, sorry, of Pat the NES Punk Volume 4 and Pat the NES Punk Volume 3. Now, Pat was nice enough to actually sign it for me. He signed both copies. This one's a little faint where it is, but it's right above Ian's head there. So yeah, so I picked these guys up. Cost me 60 beans, but that's the price for an autograph anyway, you know. Not from YouTubers, but okay. Now, the best thing, I don't know if this is better than Chippendale Rescue Rangers 2. When I went to this event, I knew that there was going to be a lot of YouTubers there, so I wanted to get something signed, and I wanted to make it something special to me. This right here is, it's not my original Nintendo when I was like 8, back in '89. This was one that I purchased after, because I traded my original Nintendo in to get the Super Nintendo like everybody else did. So I brought this with me, and I thought to myself, you know what, it'd be really cool to get this signed by all the YouTube celebs. So that's exactly what I did. If you take a look here, we have the Game Chaser signature here. We have Alpha Omega Sin, signed it on Friday when I noticed his voice. Then we have Arizona World Champion, so he's the world champion of Sonic the Hedgehog and Bog's Adventure and a couple other games too. So, and then we do have Pat the NES Punk. Now, the reason why I want to get this signed for those tough games, you know, like Mega Man 1, for example, that game is friggin', like, I can master Mega Man 2 and 3 with my eyes closed beating the bosses, not a problem. But Mega Man 1 is such a tough game. So I figured, you know what, if I had a bunch of YouTube celebs sign my NES, when it was getting hard times and I want to give up on that NES game, like Mega Man 1, or anything else that's hard as shit, I'd look at some of these signatures, you know, the World Champ signature, and Pat's signature, and the Game Chasers, and Alpha Omega Sin, that this will kind of push me through it and make me finish that game, and give me the strength I need to go on and not to give up. So yeah, so that's my pickups. That was my my bender at Com Bravo for 3 days. I actually only went for Friday and Saturday. I didn't go to the Sunday. I got everything I needed. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was super fun. I recommend anyone who's got Com Bravo coming in their area to definitely check it out. A lot of stuff to do and see, a lot of panels. I didn't go to all of them, but I went to the ones that I wanted to see. But yeah, definitely check out Com Bravo. There's tons of great people there, booths, a lot of friendly people. The gaming community out here in Ontario, like I said in my last video, is very good. So yeah, this is Retro Pro Frank. Comment, like, share the video, okay? Please subscribe to my channel. I can always use more subscribers, okay? I just think it's cool to meet new people, and, you know, leave a comment below, hit like below, share on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, okay? And get the word out there that there's another guy in town. Anyway, Retro Pro Frank signing off, and keep gaming on.